everyone, it's me, Morgan.
And Maddie.
And we're here in the Teen Maker Space. And this is actually my little sister. She's adopted from Guatemala, and since this week we're doing NEA Big Read crafts for our Latinx project, I wanted to have her just sit in with us and make some pretty flower crowns. Zane would have looked great in flower crowns, but
you know I would.
but fortunately we have Maddie here instead. So we're gonna just go ahead and pop these on. So this is what we made here. I think they look really festive. Ooh, bonita. I love it. So we're gonna go ahead and get started and show you guys how we made these. So in this week's craft bag, you should have these pipe cleaners. You should have more than I do. A little headband and some tissue paper. So you should have a different assortment, but you'll also need to just grab a pair of scissors from your house. So that's it. So the first step you're going to do is you're going to divide your tissue paper up into 4 different pieces. So I have 2 reds here, a darker red, and then a green. And then I have another green, a darker red, and 2 reds, so just like the first one. So these are going to be the outside of my crown. And this one I have 2 dark ones, a lighter red, and then a green. So my green is going to be the outside of like my flower. So that's going to be on the very bottom. So we kind of just want to get these like in order first. And the top color is going to be the color that we see inside the middle of the flower. So this is going to be my middle one because it's different. And then I have my green on the bottom of that. And then my top color, or the middle color, on top. So first step you're going to need to do is go ahead and fold your paper about 1 inch wide, like that. And go straight across. And then you're going to go ahead and flip it over. This is called a fan fold. And then again, do another 1 inch and then press it down. So now we have this really nice fan fold. So now I'm going to go ahead and take my pipe cleaner, and then I'm going to fold this in half and then meet up together just so I can see where the middle line is, like this. Alright, so once I have that, I'm just going to take my pipe cleaner and twist it around. I might even do the middle here, like that. Okay, and then you're going to just want to twist your pipe cleaner. I'm going to do it about 3 times just to make sure this stays in place. So now we're going to do the other like fan fold. So I'm just going to leave this off to the side until we get all of the same thing done. So now I got to make sure I'm picking the right colors for the middle. So I'm going to do my darker color on the outside for the middle. So again, just get it lined up even. Okay, Maddie, just follow along with me when we do this. I'll go really slow. Okay, so, geez, mine always gets messed up. Some people put like clips at the end, but as long as you can get the first fold, it should be good. So we fold about 1 inch, like that, and then just press it down and try to make it as straight as you can. And then we're going to take the paper and flip it to the other side, and then take that and then kind of just like line it up like that, and then fold it over again. Alright, and then after you have your fan, you're going to fold it in half, like this way, just so you can see where the middle is. And then once again, we're going to take one of our pipe cleaners and then find the middle of that. I'm going to twist mine about 3 times. I think that'll be enough to keep it in place. There we go. So then it should look something like this. Then we do it one more time with our next paper. So I gotta get this in order again because my darker red should be on top. So for this, I'm just going to do a very simple like horseshoe cut. So all you need to do is just cut the edges of each of your leaves into a rounded shape. We just don't want to have flowers that are squares because that doesn't really exist. So one of the sides looks like this now, very rounded compared to the other one. And if it would help you guys, maybe just draw on with a pencil like a horseshoe shape. If you take a pen, you can just make a rounded shape like that on the top layer and then just cut around like that. But we're going to do this like rounded shape for all of our flowers so they all look similar. So now I have all of my flowers rounded and I think they look pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my middle one here, and all you're going to do is like slowly open it. So wow, you can already see that it's more of a flower shape. We like that. So I'm going to open both sides up very carefully because it's still, we're working with tissue paper, people. So be gentle. Alright, then you're going to want to slowly, just layer by layer, pull them into the middle. So it should look like this at first, like kind of like that. Like it doesn't look like much yet, but it will. So then we pull the other side up. So then we just have the red all in the middle right now, like that. I'm not doing like a 10-layer flower like I've seen other people do. No, no, no. Not on my watch. Alright, so just go ahead and keep pulling at the middle. Okay, so now I have all of my paper kind of, you know, crinkled up like this. I think it looks pretty flowery now. Okay.
Get paper cut in your eye.
I got some paper in my eye. Sorry about that. Okay, so now we have, oh man, that looks so pretty. I like the colors you chose. So see, that's why I'm like, it looks good once you fluff it up. I'm like, it goes from this to this pretty much instantly. I love it.
Those look pretty good.
Thank you, Zane. So, okay, now I'm going to go ahead and take my headband and take the two like extra pipe cleaner like dangly parts, and then just go ahead and wrap it around the headband a few times. I just want to make sure this stays in place, and it will be like something soft like on your head, like the pipe cleaner fuzzy parts, so it might feel better. Just wrap that, and you can cut some of the extra off. I think I wrapped it around like 6 or 7 times. And then we're gonna cut this, but we're gonna want to make sure that the pokey part is sticking up like towards the flower. So this part here, like what
Did you do both?
I cut off. Yep, I twisted both, like so both sides get twisted. And then I'm cutting them up closer into the air so they are pointing upwards and not like touching your scalp. So that is the first one on here. And then I'm going to put 2 off to the side. So then we do the same thing with our last 2. So these ones for me look exactly the same. That's why I'm putting them on the outside. But again, I'm going to start with opening them. So guys, now we have our other two flowers made. So as you can see, mine are very similar but also still different. So I'm going to take one of them and just off to the side here, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put these two pipe cleaner ends close to the other one, not too close because we don't want it to be like a smushed flower. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap it around both sides. So I'm going to start with the left pipe cleaner and then I'll wrap that about 5 or 6 times. And then I'll do the other strand of the pipe cleaner and then wrap that 5 or 6 times. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. Okay guys, I have mine all the way finished. I think that it looks really cool actually. It kind of looks weird when you're like seeing it this way, like upside down, but really I think it turned out beautiful. Here Maddie, whenever she's done, I think she's almost finished. Got to snip one more thing off and check hers out. And her color palette also looks beautiful. Dang, I love it. And it matches both of our outfits, which you will see you saw at the beginning because we're time masters and time is irrelevant. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed this craft and we will see you guys again next week.